Good morning, my beautiful followers. How is everyone doing today? I hope everyone is starting their day on a positive note. It is Friday for those of you who work your 9-to-5 job, so I know many people are excited for the weekend. It is summer, and I am loving the weather that we've been having, or at least I've been having. I know that in Texas last week when I was gone, when I was in Mexico, I know that we had some horrible storms, but the weather that I've been experiencing has been divine. So I am, as you can see, driving and out running some errands because I got home from all my adventures and my travel and connection with friends and lovers and just really having a good time the last 2 weeks. It really has been some memorable moments, and then I came home and I had a death, so I really just was doing lots of other things, and I realized I have no food in the house. So I was like, I have to do one of those, those things called, adulting, and go and grab some food for the house so I have some food to eat, because it's always nice to eat. And as I was getting ready to head out to go grab some groceries, get some food, some nice, fresh, yummy food, healthy food to feed my body, a memory from the last week really flashed in my mind. And it was this joke I had with my man, and I said I forget even how it started, because it ended up being a joke that we kept going throughout the entire trip. But I said to him, I'm like, feed the woman, and then you get the pussy. Then you get the pussy. Then once you feed me, then it's much easier to, get me in bed, get me, just really, really open me up. And then he jokingly stuck his hand in like my beach bag, which was kind of my purse for the weekend. And I was like, oh, did you just stick your hand in the purse? Did you really just stick your hand in my purse? That's like sacred. A woman's pussy is sacred. A woman's purse is sacred. You just stuck your hand in a sacred object. And he's like, well, how do I get to I know that I have to feed you food to get to your pussy, but how do I get to the purse? And so it was a running joke, and it was funny, and it probably was funnier in the moment than on this live stream. But it was a moment. But as I was getting ready to go get some food for myself, so I have some yummy food, I've been really working on making sure my diet is nice and cleaned up and really helping me thrive. I got thinking about this statement and how important it is to feed your woman as a man. And as a woman, how important it is to allow your man to feed you. And we're not talking just food. Now, food can be a part of it. Sometimes a yummy meal can really open up our heart centers, because a woman, her sex comes from her heart. You have to open up the heart center before you can open up her sex. The polarity a woman's polarity is first in the heart and then in the genitals. And so in order to get to the genitals of a woman, you really have to open up her heart. You have to feed her. And each woman's, I'm going to say, like, feeding language is a little different. It's really the love language. It's really your love language. But you might have a woman who really is like stressed out at work, and so going in, maybe doing the dishes or doing some laundry or taking care of the kids for a little while so she can have maybe a bath, some downtime. That is a feeding process for your woman. And maybe hearing words of affirmations like, you matter, I love you, you're important to me, or, you look really beautiful. You look really beautiful tonight. Like, I love your body. Really, those affirming words might open up her heart. That might be the way to her heart. Spending time with her, quality time. And quality time means without her freaking phone. That might be the way to her heart. You have to know how to feed your woman. But your woman must be truly, this is not something where you take her on a date and then after an hour you haven't spent any time with her over the last few weeks and you expect her to open up like that. Guess what? It's not going to work. It's not going to happen. She might pretend that it happens, but the fact is you're not really going to get her into her sex. You're not going to really open up her heart center. Feeding a woman is a consistent process. In from the text messages of good morning, beautiful. This comes in the hugs, the kisses, the touches, in between, not the sex, not necessarily saying you're going for the sex. I'm talking about the little moments in between the sexing, between the big dates, between these huge moments. You need to feed your woman in this way. You need to romance her. You need to lead her. And that is the way to a woman's pussy. Because once you get a woman to open up her heart, her sex will open. It is like a flower. It is like a flower. The petals will start to open. She will be more trusting. She will be more caring. She will be more connected to you. Because you do not want a woman whose heart is closed down. Because guess what? That's when she's counting ceiling tiles. That is when she's like, when is this going to be over? Unless you can open up her heart and really connect with her and show her that she matters to you in that moment, that you are there with her, that you are connected to your own cock, that you are already connected and centered within self, you're not going to open her up. And yes, you might be able to have sex with her, but that's not saying that you are able to truly have orgasmic sexing, or that you're feeding her in her sexing. Because the fact is, once you feed her emotionally, once you touch her and feed her physically on that way, you will also feed her in the sex process. In the sexing, there is a feeding process. We think that women need sex less than men, but the freaking case is that actually we need it more most of the time. Most of the time we need it more. We need that consistent drip of good, not shit, good, consistent orgasm. Because without that, your woman will start to get bitchy. She will start to get female blue balls, which is not actually what you guys as men just experience. We get it in our emotions. We get it in our hormones. It fucks with our hormones, actually, when we are not getting good, passionate, deep, connective sexing. You have to feed her sexually. You have to take your time on her body, open her up, stroke her pussy, really open up that area. Don't jump right in. Don't jump right in. You have to feed her. And then, kind of jokingly, I told you about like the little joke and story with my man, and he's like, well, how do I open up the purse? And the fact is, I'm not talking about money here, but when you feed your woman, guess what? She's going to be more abundant. Her purse will open, not necessarily to you. We're not talking sugar mamas here. My hair is like super poofy today as I sit at this red light. But her abundance will soar when she is really, really getting good sex. Good fucking orgasmic sex. I mean the sex that is like, she is throwing her head back. She is like moaning, and not necessarily fake screaming, but she is moaning. She is dropping in. You can see her like wiggling, and you see the goosebumps all over her flesh, and she has a shortness of breath, and the blush is going over her cheeks. All of that, when she is getting that consistently, that good deep orgasm, the cervical orgasm, the deeper G-spot orgasm, squirt, all of that. When she is experiencing that, you are opening her up to chemicals that will open up her abundance, because she will feel better. So I know some of you are like, well, she can't make any more money. She has a set salary. I'm not talking about that. But abundance will flow. She might start finding money. She will start feeling good. So good things will start to flow into her life. The abundance, her purse will open. Her abundance purse will open up like that. Like that. She will find herself really full. Really full. But the fact is, feed her. Now, it is not just your responsibility to feed your woman. Guess what, women? It is our responsibility to also feed ourselves. It is our responsibility to do our work sexually, personally, allow our man to be there and support us and love us. It is also our job as a woman to worship our man, but that's not what this conversation necessarily is about. But that doesn't let us off the hook as women to just be like, oh, I don't have to do anything, it's all his responsibility. That's a load of fucking bullshit. And I do get women who believe that, and that's not true either. But women, we have to do our work. We have to do our sexual work. We have to look at our shit. We have to look at where we are keeping ourselves from being fed. Where we are keeping ourselves from being fed. But when a woman is truly fed, her world really does open up. Really does open up. And it begins in the emotions. It begins in the little things. It begins on the little gifts, the little touches, the little moments with a woman. With a woman. And so I know that many guys are like, well, you know, I tell her I love her, but like, are you really intentionally there? Are you really present with her? Are you truly loving her? Are you connected to yourself and thus connected with her? Because even in your sex, guess what? If you are not connected to your own cock, which I have a workshop coming up on August 1st, if you're in the area, it's called the Cock Connective for my men, and on my men followers in the DFW area. It's in Plano. But if you are not connected to your own cock, then guess what? You're not going to be able to connect with her pussy. You're not going to be able to feed her orgasmically on a physical level. So my message really for today is go feed your woman. And women, go feed yourself. Go find ways to feed yourself. But men, make sure you're dropping in and you're truly feeding your woman. You're feeding her emotionally, you're feeding her physically, and it is a consistent drip. It is a consistent drip. You should have your woman on your mind frequently throughout the day. So when she jumps into your mind, take a moment and be like, this is a moment. When you see her in the morning, don't just give her the mwah. Give her a passionate kiss. Take the extra few seconds. It's just another fucking few seconds. Take that time to really connect with her. When you see her stressed out and you're like, I can lay on the couch too. Be like, no, I'm going to go do the dishes. Like, give some love. Make sure you are in a loving place and you are feeding her love language. Because you want your woman abundant. You want her joyful. I know you do. I work with some fucking amazing men and they're like, I want my woman orgasmic. I want her in joy. I want her in passion. And so I know you guys are out there. You're not all assholes wanting to like, I don't care. Like, I think that is a horrible stereotype of men right now because so many men are wanting to please their woman and really love on them. So go and do these little things to help her connect with herself. And women, let your man love on you. Let your man lead you in sex. Even if you're like, I don't really like sex. Guess what? Try to lean into it. Try to lean into it. If you're a fuck no, then that's different. I don't want you raping yourself. But if your man is there going, I want to work on your G-spot. I really would like to just give you a massage right now. I would like to love on you. Can you? Will you? Let me? Allow him. Allow him to love on you. Allow him to give to you. Allow yourself to receive. So, anyway, I feel like you've got the point now. I feel like you guys have the point. So, on a different note, if you want to do if you are in the DFW area, I have so many events coming up. So, some of them are changing a little bit in the next few days. Just because of COVID, but actually one or two of them were giving you more opportunity to be even more orgasmic because of kind of what's going on. So go and check out my events calendar, get your ass in these workshops because most of them, I think one of them is actually 75% sold out. The others are a little bit over 50% sold out. So do not wait to get on the list for this because it will not be there for much longer. These these workshops will fill up. They will, did I say will, fill up. So get your butt on the list. All right, guys, I am going to let you go because I'm going to go finish getting some food in my house, like I told you guys and how I started this video. But I will see you guys tomorrow for another Addison Unleashed. You can check out my events, check out my COVID summer special at addisonbell.net. All right, guys, love you.